congressional district. Why? Because it's the kind of budget that the very wealthiest people in this nation dream about. It gives them $150,000 tax credit.
Boo! 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 One more time! Boo!
Big corporations make out like bandits in this budget, too. In fact, this budget contains a total of $4.2 trillion in tax breaks for corporations and fanatically rich people. But for the rest of us, for the 99% of this district and the nation who are not unbelievably rich, this budget is a nightmare. It's a nightmare because the money for these tax giveaways is going to come from deep cuts into services and programs that millions of non-wealthy people need and use. I'm talking about cuts to spending on our veterans who served our nation and fought for our freedoms. The Republican budget that Congressman Ribble has already voted for and will vote for again tomorrow contains $11 billion in cuts to veterans programs and services. I'm also talking about Pell Grants, Medicaid, Medicare, job training programs, food assistance, and more. All are scheduled for deep cuts, either directly or through shifting costs. And all because the Republicans want to make people who are very, very rich even richer. Today you will hear from your neighbors. They will tell you how the cuts proposed in the Republican dream budget for millionaires will affect them. And then I hope you will join me in sending a message to Congressman Ribble: vote no on the Republican dream budget for millionaires. Boo! And we have a couple of speakers, and Mark is going to speak first.
Woo! Let's go, Mark! Let's hear it, Mark!
I guess there's a couple of you here who don't know me, but my name is Mark Fleury. I'm a grandfather, and I'm a retired truck driver, sort of retired anyway. I'm a veteran. I live in Reid Ribble's district. I live in Pulaski. This is not the first time I've spoken out about economic injustice that I see growing by the day in this country, and I'm getting angrier every time I look at it. This is how bad the budget is. I served in my country, but the Republican dream budget for millionaires will harm veterans and their families. It will take 11 billion, that's billion with a B, $11 billion in veterans funding and put it into tax breaks for people who earn more than $1 million a year. Shame. 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 Someone with an annual income of $1 million a year is going to get a tax cut with this budget. And the veterans who no longer can get the same level of services. The Republicans are going to let the wealthy people use that funding for their tax giveaway.
Shame.
Shame. Shame. This budget also cuts funding for Medicare. Now I'm on Medicare. I have a granddaughter on Badger Care. Medicare funding levels in Wisconsin affect the availability of Badger Care. If my granddaughter loses her Badger Care, she won't suddenly and magically become able to afford health insurance, and she will need health care. My daughter told me the other day that even though they're not cutting it, they're also making them pay more premiums right now than they were before. The Republicans say that they need to balance the budget, but they never say how taking money from veterans like me and using it to fund tax giveaways to the richest 1% helps the budget.
Boo!
I see Republicans like Congressman Reid Ribble vote in favor of this time and time again. And how can he do it? He says he supports veterans, but he votes for a budget that would cut $11 billion in health care to us.
Liar.
How can he say he serves his district, but votes to give $150,000 more in tax breaks to people with an annual income of over $1 million? Representative Ribble owes us all an answer to these questions. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, he does.
Woo!
Thank you for maintaining the integrity of your show.